it's Finnovation. We thought that we were done with our Area 51 decorations. But recently we got a fog machine, and it has a button that we have to press. So, the obvious question is,
where are you going to hide when you use the fog machine?
Yeah, that's a good question. How about a giant 8-foot alien and maybe something like I could move its hands? Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's get into it.
So these are the materials you're gonna need. You're gonna need some bungee cord to keep your head in place. You're gonna need a dowel rod to rotate your arm. You're gonna need a rope to rotate your arm, some zip ties. This is kind of really important. You're gonna need some of these emergency blankets. These are really shiny and reflective. Also, you're gonna need some 2x4s. These are 8 feet long. We're probably not gonna need all of these, but we're definitely gonna need 2. Because our plan is we're gonna have 2 coming up like this, and I'm gonna be standing inside it. You could probably do it with just 1 if you didn't wanna stand inside. In that case, you wouldn't need the arm or the rope. But we think it'd be really cool if I could pull a lever and his arm would stick out or something like that. So we're gonna have 2 so I can stand inside. Okay, so here's the plan. What we're gonna do is have 2 boards resting up against each other with a garden globe on top. We'll have a dowel rod resting on 2 eye hooks and it goes through them. We'll have a rope with some sort of a lever mechanism that when we pull it, it spins the dowel rod, therefore spinning our arm. Then after that, all we'll have to do is cover it in our shiny safety blanket.
Okay, so we've decided this is going to be the location for our alien. It's not quite going to be this tall, but it's going to be pretty tall. It's going to be right here, and I'm going to be able to sneak inside of it from the back. What we're going to do now is just drive these in with a hammer. Let's get into it.
Now that our boards are in, we put this board right in here, which we just screwed it in, and we need to put our ball on. So how we did that was we got some screws, screwed them in right there so that it fits nicely and snug, and we put a little hole under there so that we can scoop our bungee cord around like this, and it has a little screw back there that it latches onto, and it'll stay on in, some pretty bad weather in case, we get a storm or something. So, but when we wrap it, we're gonna kind of have the hood around here, so you're not really gonna see this. We're gonna have our arm right here, which we'll make that next.
Okay, now we're gonna make our hand. How we're gonna do that is we're gonna use a chunk of wood and some wire. What we just did was we had some pieces of wire, and we ran the wires through the piece of wood and made them different lengths so it kind of looks like a hand. So, how this is gonna slip into our arm, we're just gonna have a piece of wood for our arm that has a piece of, a little hole in it, so it just kind of slips right in, and we're gonna glue that. But right now, we've just gotta glue our fingers on. Why we did this with wire instead of just buying a skeleton hand was because we wanted to kind of be able to pose it, because we thought that'd be kind of cool. After we have the glue dried, what we're gonna do is use some duct tape and cover this up. Then we'll use some silver spray paint so he has a nice kind of bony silvery hand. It's gonna look totally cool. Let's get into it.
Okay, now what we're gonna do is spray paint our hand. The duct tape is silver, but we kind of want it to be a shiny silver. So, let's do it. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty great. It's all silvery and nice and metallic-y. I like it. Okay, we just finished making our arm. Now what we're gonna do is attach it. How we're gonna do that is on the back, we're gonna use some eye hooks and use our pole that goes across, and we're gonna just slide it into those eye hooks. So it's gonna kind of just like come right through there. And once we have those eye hooks in, all we'll need to do is slip our arm in. Okay, we just finished putting in our eye hooks. They are at a crooked angle because when our arm spins out, it just goes at a better, like it looks a little bit better, like it doesn't hit our post. So, that is that. Now what we're gonna have to do is build a little lever mechanism that goes right there. And when we pull it down, I'll just show you when I'm done. Okay, we just finished putting on our little handle. All it is a little chunk of wood right there, a dowel rod sticking out, and then there's a little eye hook right there. So that when we pull a rope right here, it causes our hand to go out. So, now that that is done, all we really have to do is wrap this in our silver foil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Lift tranquility base here. The Eagle has landed. 1, triumph
So, this is totally awesome. It's so tall and big, and it kind of looks pretty full of something. So it really does not look like something would be hiding in there. But I just think it's going to be the perfect way to scare kids on Halloween. I can totally see through there too. So if there's a little kid and I don't want to scare them, then I don't have to, because I don't want to ruin some little kid's Halloween being so spooked out. So, but if there's an older kid who obviously, wouldn't be as scared, then I can pull down the handle, and if the arm shoots out and maybe say something like, "Take me to your leader," and then they'll get all spooked. So I just think it's a really great Halloween decoration, and honestly, everything together, if you already have one of those garden globes, then this probably only costs like $10, because the wood, really cheap. We already had some rope and an eye hook, and then the sheet that we covered it with, the safety blanket, that only costs like 99 cents a blanket, and they're pretty big. We really only ended up using like 2-ish. So for like $10, it's an amazing Halloween decoration. If you do not have one of those garden globes, you can search up silver faceless alien mask, and there will be ones that they look just like the front, but you'll only be able to see the front. It won't be a full globe. But other than that, it looks so cool.
Hi.
Man, that alien turned out amazing. You can see right through the emergency blanket. It's kind of like wearing sunglasses. Trick-or-treating doesn't last too long, so, once it gets pretty dark, it gets a little harder to see, but I can definitely still see, because we have a lot of spotlights and, just other lighting sources in our yard. So I can definitely still distinguish the older kids and the younger kids. But man, I sure do love that alien.
Alien? Then that reminds me of a joke.
Oh no.
What do you call an alien that is light, white, and fluffy?
What?
A Martian mellow.
That was awful. Oh boy. Those jokes are so bad, but whatever. Subscribe, leave a like, comment down below what I should do next. Really, guys, I need some suggestions. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!